Let's go. Let's go. Sometimes life gets tough, and we got to push through. Just one day at a time, 5 minutes at a time, and one day is too much. Let's go. 5 minutes at a time, one day. Like I said, it's too much.
Come on, Trigger Gang.
Let's
Come
go,
in
Trigger
here.
Gang.
What's up, Trigger
Drop,
Gang?
drop,
Welcome,
drop.
guys. Let's
It's
go.
like this. Emotionally, physically, it's kind of tough on me when I'm coming sliding through emotionally, dropping all this thing that Trigger feels in me. This is why the channel's called Triggered. It's built in me. Man, I pull the trigger when emotionally it's.
Charleston White.
Let's go. Let's go. Sometimes life gets tough, and we gotta push through. Just one day at a time, 5 minutes at a time, and one day is too much. Let's go.
Come on.
5 minutes at a time. One day. Like I said, it's too much.
Welcome, everybody.
Let's go, Trigger Gang. Drop, drop, drop. It's like this.
We're gonna get some hot.
Emotionally, physically, it's kind of tough on me when I'm coming sliding through emotionally, dropping all this thing that Trigger feels in me. This is why the channel's called Triggered. It's built in me. Man, I pull the trigger when emotionally it's. Let's go. Let's go. Sometimes life gets tough, and we got to push through. Just one day at a time, 5 minutes at a time.
Yes, yes, yes. Welcome to Triggered, everybody. We're going to drop some disclaimers for you real quick. Drop a little bit of music, drop these disclaimers, and we're going to get this stream started. But I'm so grateful and glad to be here on the Triggered mainframe. And we are just going to drop some disclaimers, drop a little bit of music for you real quick, and get it popping. So everybody just wait and hang on for the show. We're going to get started here in just another minute. So everybody stay put. Welcome to the Charleston White stream. We're going to talk about Charleston White and EBK. So check it out, guys. Come on through and slide through with Trigger. Come mess with Trigger real quick.
It's like this. Emotionally, physically, it's kind of tough on me when I'm coming sliding through emotionally, dropping all this thing that Trigger feels in me. This is why the channel's called Triggered. It's built in me. Man, I pull the trigger when emotionally it's feeling me. I'm telling you, Trigger, yeah, it's part of me. It's part of my life and me. Man, all these things has died in me one by one. Man, I lost my family. Man, it's hard on me. Let me tell you, Trigger, yeah, it's part of me. Hearts for humanity. I'm dropping all these feelings on you, man. Yeah, it's part of me. I'm telling you, unity. Yeah, come with me. Join with me emotionally, spiritually, physically. Yeah, rock with me. Man, I'm telling you, talk with me, rock with me, one by one. Man, stop with me, grow with me. Man, yeah, it's part of me. It's part of me. It's part of me. I'm dropping it one by one. Yeah, yeah, talk with me, walk with me, stop with me, drop with me, talk with me. Man, triggered, man, I'm walking with you, talking with you, man. When I'm dropping these streams, man, it's part of me. I'm giving you a
hey, ho, hey, come on, let's go.
It's not quantity, it's no part of quantity. I'm dropping only quality. I'm giving you a part of me. Yeah, it's a heart of me. Trigger, yeah, I'm pulling all the trigger, man, it's part of me. Yeah, all these feelings out there, yeah, I'm hearing them. Yeah, I'm feeling them. Yeah, I don't hear them. Yeah, come to the channel. Yeah, can you feel them? Don't ever fear them. Man, just deal with them. I understand all the things that make you tick. All this insanity in the world makes you kind of tick. Man, don't worry about shit. Just get on your knees and pray and be legit. Yeah, don't talk about it. Just be about it. Be about it. Trigger, build your heart. Just be about it. Be about unity. No insanity. Just bear with me. This be humanity. Yeah, we can do it. We can do it just one by one. All we gotta do is raise our daughters and sons.
Let's go. Hey, don't you know? All right, Trigger Gang, we here.
Rock with me, stop with me.
All right, thank you for rocking with me.
One by one, I promise you, I'll be with thee.
I love this song so damn much, y'all. It's called My Trigger. So, yeah, it's kind of hot though. But anyway, I want to talk with you guys about this Charleston White thing. This Charleston White thing has really kind of taking me to another little space. You know what I'm saying? If you know what I mean. And I'm so grateful. Let me start off with that saying I'm so grateful for prayers, first of all. You know, sometimes when you pray for things, you know, I don't know if how you guys are raised out there, but I know how I was raised. And I know that my mom always told me when you ask God for something, just already consider it being done, right? So, you know, I asked God for this. I asked God to please cancel Charleston White up out of New York. Please don't let those people have to deal with his disgusting face after all the disgusting things that Charleston White decided to say about New York, you know, and I prayed about it, you know, after I went on a rant about it and really, you know, showed him on my channel and really you know, talked about that. You know, I was just oof, I was burnt up inside. So I prayed about it and you know God does answer prayers. You damn right. Let me show you how. You know what I mean? Charleston White can say whatever he wants, and academics can say whatever they want. But bottom line is, you weren't bringing your ass to New York to get that heat to see anybody one on one and face any crowd, anybody that lived there, period. After the things that were said, academics made a lot of statements saying, "Oh yeah, come holler at me, come see me, all you YouTubers and everything you guys got to say. You know, I'll see you in New York on the 30th and blah 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 blah." Guess what? That was not it. That was not what that were. Okay, that was not what that were. Period. That was not gonna happen. So let me show you how they said Charleston White canceled his own show. Apparently. But we know Charleston White canceled his own show because Charleston White didn't want that heat that was coming. Okay? Period. So we already know. So let me show you how. This one here. Hold on real quick. Let me turn that down. See, eardrums blown with his nasty ass, filthy ass, lying ass mouth. Listen, shout out to Woody Curtis page. Shout out to him for all this. And please like and subscribe, you guys. And shout out to China Mac too. Shout out to China Mac for his unity and everything that he brought to in this stream because I think that he applied pressure. Math Hoffa applied pressure. A few people applied pressure about the situation. And you know what I'm saying? Shout out to William Paris too for putting up the stream and really reaching out and showing that the show was canceled. You know, after this pressure was applied. So if you guys have not subscribed to his page, get over there and like, share, and subscribe because he's dope.
You know, he's covered a lot of spaces. He's on YouTube. You see him, he has several different shows, and he's well respected. He's done some highly touted interviews with DJ Vlad on Vlad's platform. And him and Charleston White have gone back and forth before in the past, but nothing to the level that it is today. Because Charleston White recently went on a tirade where he dissed China Mac and China Mac fired back. Now, in the video where China Mac fired back, he said this.
Just saw this video this clown Charleston White just made, right? And before I go any further, let me say this. Let me make this very clear. Charleston White don't speak for all black people. He don't. This ain't a black and Asian thing. This is a Charleston White thing. So we gonna keep it on Charleston White. Charleston White, you a right? You got a lot of foul stuff to say about my people, and we gonna hold you accountable for that. Facts. April 30th, you're gonna be in New York City, right? You got a show at the Gramercy Theater, right? With academics, right? Academics, you stand by this, bro? Are you co-signing this? You co-signing this racism, this rhetoric, this bull? Is you co-signing that? Because inquiring minds want to know, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? Gramercy Theater, right? April 30th, right? Say less.
So as you heard in that video, China Mac was all about putting that pressure on Charleston White. It was looking like Charleston White might catch another L, but it looked like Charleston White read the room and saw the outlash on social media, and since then has pulled his show. Now, Charleston White even had some things that he wanted to drop on top of that, so he dropped his own video where he talked about the decision to not go to New York, while also dissing New York as a city and everything. You know what I mean? Now, before we get to the specifics and break down all the details, do me a favor. Make sure you hit that like button. Make sure you hit that subscribe button. And man, let's get it. Okay, so in this video, Charleston White is going to break down his reasons for pulling his show in New York. It looks like there was just too much pressure on his head, so he had to pull the show. And you know Charleston White doesn't like to take any L's. Now, what he said about China Mac and his people or whatnot, I do not condone in any type of way, right? But Charleston White always has a method to his madness. He always has a way of, trying to put together why he says what he says or does what he does beforehand. And there's usually some type of message involved. So let's check out Charleston White's response to everybody in the backlash. You know what I mean?
Now, you know what, New York, y'all some problem. For one, you can't get rid of your rats. Got writing on the walls. You ain't got no on the walls. Black people are the minority in New York. They done gentrified Harlem. That ain't no.
Now, I don't know if black people are the minority in New York. I mean, when you go to New York City, there's black folks everywhere. You know what I mean? But I see what he's saying as far as like compared to like the South, like in Texas or even anywhere in the South, there tends to be a lot more African Americans there. You know what I mean?
Y'all, it's too many up there. That's the United Nations. We need to stay in America. So we coming out of New York. That Statue of Liberty, we coming out of New York. So let me tell y'all what's going on. On every radio station, even at the basketball games, even at the baseball games, even at the NFL games, even before our kids go to school, they play kill music, black people. Every song kill, every song murder. Kill this. They talk about killing. These songs are not.
Now, I don't know if you guys listen carefully to Charleston White. He's trying to make it okay because of the rap and drill music. He's trying to make it okay for all the nasty and disgusting and filthy things that he said about putting his genitals, let me remind my crowd, about putting his genitals in kids' mouth and raping little girls and doing the different things that he said on his last stream. I don't give a damn what a drill rapper says. It does not excuse Charleston White's filthy, disgusting mouth that he had against New York and his filthy, disgusting mouth that he has against children and the things that he said. Now, remember, mind you, he claims to be an activist for children. For children. So how disgusting. So it doesn't matter what he says. It does not excuse Charleston White as an individual and the nasty, disgusting things that come out of his mouth that sounds like he needs to be locked up as a pedophile and register every single month or every single year everywhere he goes. That's what it sounds like to me.
Not sister.
Now, what he's talking about is the fact that hip hop is being played in a majority of spaces now. It's the norm. So if you go to a basketball game, you go to a NFL football game, you go to any sporting event, you're going to hear mostly hip hop, to keep up. Yeah, and they mostly got DJs now, to be real. Like most stadiums has a DJ and a host. I mean, it's almost like a party environment when you go to a game. Now, I don't think that's so much of a bad thing. And some stadiums do censor some of the music. It just depends on the stadium that you go to and who they've signed on as a DJ. You know what I mean? But most of the music is upbeat and they mix in a lot of other genres. But a majority of it lately has been hip hop because let's face it, man, hip hop has been on top for a while.
But you mean to tell me that y'all offended by a man's words online? Oh, man, I love this. I love this. Oh, y'all listen. I'm pulling the show from New York. No.
Now, it seems like he made an executive decision about pulling the show.
He made the best decision about pulling the show because bottom line is, you guys, with guns, without guns, New York would have stood there and New York would have handled Charleston White's ass when he got there, and academics as well. And we all know the truth. That's why he pulled the show, because he didn't feel safe after all the filthy things that came out of his mouth. Yeah, that's a fact.
And there's a lot of reason for that. A lot of people are speculating online. Some people think he said, all right, let me pull this show because China Mac and these guys are bringing the heat. They're making it a little too uncomfortable for me to have this show. Because it was planned that April 30th, him and DJ Academics were going to have a comedy show and in New York City. It looked like it probably would have been a sold out event. I'm pretty sure a lot of people would have showed up just to hear Charleston White's comedy bit, because he's on tour right now, going different cities or whatnot. But I'd love to hear his comedy bit as well, man. So it would be a good look for him to gain some fans in New York City. But with the comments and the back and forth with China Mac, it seems like maybe some people thought that it was an unsafe environment, or maybe even Charleston White thought that himself. Now, he's a braggadocious type of person. He never backs down from anything, especially online. We've seen him go round for round with Jake Prince, with everybody, man, and he's never backed down. He even took on T.I. and won that one, right? But it seems like in this situation where he's in somebody else's neck of the woods that he's not so familiar with, maybe it was the wiser decision just to pull the show, like he said, right? Because why would you want to put yourself in a dangerous environment?
I'm putting the show. We stand down south. We go them Detroit. What Detroit love me. New York ain't got no soul food joints. They ain't got now soul food joints. They don't got no smothered pork chops. They ain't got no collard greens. They ain't got no yams. And that's on my ride. That's on my ride.
Now, that's funny. Now, for those of you who need some explanation, a rider is just a list of items that an artist needs to hold up the contractual obligation that they have to perform that show. That's the best way to put it, right? And it could be a list of anything. Some people, they want certain snacks or whatever. And it sounds like Charleston White, I don't know if he's joking, right? It sounds like Charleston White has soul food in his rider, which is kind of funny, man. And it fits his personality. So he said they don't have any soul food joints. I don't know if that's actual, New York City is full with a lot of different food, diverse culture. There's obviously got to be a soul food place. Maybe not close to the show that he was going to have, but it's funny anyway. Let's continue.
It stink in New York. It's nasty. It's dirty. So we put in the show from New York. So guess what we go do? New York. We to my New York fan, I might go to New Jersey. I might go up there to D.C. But we going to a gun state.
Now, that's the part that you got to focus on. He said we going to a gun state. So letting it be known he wants to be able to carry his gun with him just in case he gets approached by anybody. And this is strategic, right? Because if he's in New York City, we know they have some of the strictest gun laws in the country. So there's no way he could just be having a gun with him legally in New York, or get into a situation where he might have to pull out a gun or defend himself legally in New York City. You know what I mean? So that puts him in a very bad situation if he's approached by people who don't care about the laws. Because Charleston White touts himself as a law-abiding citizen, and he says that he speaks for the law-abiding citizen, so it looked crazy if he caught a case. So he wants to be in a situation where he feels like he's on an even playing field, it seems like.
We bringing the show to a gun state. Yeah, get from out there state. I'm a rap. I ain't no I'm a.
Now, in the end there, he's just proclaiming how he's a Southern cat. You know what I mean? How his personality is South, and how he feels more comfortable in the South. Now, when I think about this situation, right, I figure that Charleston White, through all the different battles that he had, maybe he bit off more than he could chew with China Mac, Maybe China Mac was putting too much pressure.
I think Charleston White feels more comfortable not getting his ass whooped in New York. That's what William Paris is trying to say. In so many words, let me just break it down for you and translate. Charleston White is more comfortable not going to New York and getting his ass whooped by China Mac and Mac Hoffa. That's what he's trying to say. Translation.
To where, and people knew exactly where he was going to be on April 30th. It just might have seemed like a bad environment to walk up into. Like, we've had Whack 100 and other people like that. They've gone on social media and talked about this, and they've commented that they feel like Charleston White might have went a little bit overboard with his last statements.
He didn't go a little bit overboard. He went all the way overboard. So like I said, Charleston White was not comfortable going to New York and getting his ass handed to him by China Mac and Mac Hoffa and the rest of New York that was willing to deal with his ass for his terroristic threats and all the other threats that he made. So yeah, that's what that was about.
Okay. Hopefully China Mac and Charleston White can come to a peaceful resolution, man. I think Charleston White is hilarious, man. I'm a fan. But sometimes...
Oh, but not me. I'm not a fan of pedophiles that make jokes and call themselves comedians. Sorry.
maybe you could push the comedy a little too far. And this time might be one of those times, right? But it seems like he came with a solution. He said, forget it.
He came with a solution. He said, let me keep my ass home.
Try to ban me from my show or do anything, because I'd like to see what happened on the back end. Because Charleston White doesn't seem like the type that would just say, oh man, some people are mad at me, they don't want me to have the show, so I'm not going to show up, because he's going to draw a crowd. It must have been some real pull in the background to get his show pulled. So we'll see how that plays out in the future. But y'all tell me what y'all think in the comments.
New York City. That's what the pull was. New York City. So here's Charleston White's ignorant ass again, trying to tell us another story of why he decided to cancel his show.
What y'all want me to do? Yeah, so it don't matter. I got options. Yeah, some niggas ain't got options because they refuse to tell on people. Yeah, all else fail, nigga tell. Fuck it. You get mad and everybody don't like it, nigga tell on everybody that don't like it. And that'll even the scope. Yeah, that'll even the motherfucking scope. Yeah, so I'm just saying, nigga, I pulled the motherfucking New York show. Because they went to telling me what I can't do, what I can't. So I'm saying, nah, man, fuck that. Y'all let these rapping niggas say, they've been saying the most horrific in the gang banging niggas. Both of them gang banging niggas get mad at one another, they say some shit. You ever seen how many...
Charleston White's is trying to excuse himself here, you guys. And, you know, he can't. He can't with me. There's nothing, honestly, Charleston White can say. You know what I'm saying? People can be fans of him all they want. I'm not a fan of him. I was a fan of him until he talked about putting his genitals in kids' mouth on his last little rant last week about New York. And then I just decided to dump him altogether. So, yeah, Charleston White is trash, period, point blank. And that's it, fam. That's it. You feel me? That's it. He's trash.
Bullets and gang banging niggas shoot at his mama, his nigga mama house. So you don't tell me.
Like, I don't even want to hear what he has to say. Look,
I'm gonna let y'all go, but I got
trash.
to drive.
Yeah, drive. With your one eye Willie ass. Drive. Drive, one eye Willie, drive.
I'm gonna be there at 6:30.
One eye Willie ass. Drive. Yeah, that's over. Yeah, good. Let me play you the next one. Let's get on with it. Cancel. God is good. Good. About time.
Then they said I can't bring the pig poker. They said I couldn't bring the pig poker. So they told me I couldn't bring. So all the
he had to poke his own ass with that pig poker. To be honest with you, he had to poke himself in his own ass. For the things that he said, he had to take that pig poker, turn around, and poke himself in his own ass. Just so he can give himself some thought. You feel me?
knife out. You can't bring that knife. You can. I said, man, I ain't going then. Fuck that. Do you fuck Asian women? I have. Yeah, when I used to play trick. I played trick before. Yeah, I played trick before. Yeah, going to the Asian bathhouse. Nah, you scared, huh? Scared the motherfucker. Nigga, I ain't scared.
At least he's honest. Scared to the motherfucker. He right. He's scared of China Mac and Math Hoffa, but he should be scared of all of New York and everybody that got kids for all the things that he said. Remember that? I'll stick my genitals in your daughter's mouths and all that. Yeah. He should be scared of all that. What's this thing? Yeah. Nah. It was a nah. Yeah. Nah. Keep your ass at home. Take that pig poker, turn around and poke yourself in your own ass for the things that you said. Nah. New York said no.
As long as I can bring my weapons, I ain't scared. But yeah, I can't fight, my nigga.
I mean, One Eye Willie, we all know One Eye Willie can't fight. He just talked too much trash, but I think he took it way too far. Like I said in the last stream, I said, what comedian do you guys know that has ever said they're going to put their genitals in your kids' mouths? Math Hoffa's daughters are 6 and 9. That's what he said last week. Go back to my last stream.
I'm on jail, no, nigga. So they told me I couldn't bring this. They said I had to bring no knife past 3 inches.
You should have brought a damn handicap sign. That's what the fuck he should have brought. And a damn muzzle for him and academics.
What? Man, that's like showing up to a black origin with a Chinese dick. 3 inches? Man, I need that pig poker skirt nigga. So no, man.
So there it is. There it is, you guys. Charleston White is canceled, been canceled, he canceled, whoever canceled, whatever it is, it doesn't matter. I'm glad that it happened. It needed to happen. Bottom line is this: we just not having it. We need something different. We can't have comedians up there just saying whatever, doing whatever. Having that kind of heart behind it is disgusting. So let's go ahead and move on. I'm glad. Like I said, sometimes you pray for things and things happen. So Charleston White, get your ass up out of here. Let's talk about our next topic, you guys. Let's move forward and let's talk about the next thing. Our YouTuber that just took it a little too far. Some of you guys have already probably seen this a little bit, but let's show you guys just a few things, a few little things, that escalated now, into something that now has got this dude a murder charge. Let me show you the first clip. Playing too much. EBK. Here's a picture of EBK. Check it out.
It's by accident. Like I'm a very handy person. I like your hat.
For all you guys that don't know EBK, he's a YouTuber and he's a rapper, okay? So here's a little bit about EBK. He's pulling a prank, and let me show you how aggressive he is. And this is what I said about the YouTuber that just went too far, okay? This is him getting aggressive with somebody, pulling a prank, and somebody that just didn't think his prank was just that funny, right? And this is just, I'm going to show you a few events where his behavior escalated, and now he's behind bars for murder. But I'm going to show you a few clips before it escalated. Shit, if you're going to be a YouTuber or a pranker, you should not have this kind of heart behind it when somebody does not like your prank. Let me show you why.
You know how to dance? You know how to dance? Yes.
Oh yeah,
Yes.
yeah, it's good, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dance. Hold on. Yes. 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 Oh. Yo.
Don't do that, buddy.
Yo, wait, why did you hit me?
Hey, Bobby, you hit me.
I didn't hit you. I just shot on your head. Oh. Whoa. Wait. Oh, yo, you gotta chase him. Oh. Oh, he said go outside, yo. Give me. Oh, wait. Oh. Yo, relax, dude. Oh, relax. Oh, look, I got 30 people outside. Video, bro. It was just a video. It was just a video. I don't care what you doing, bro. Yo, it was just. What's my mother? I would yo, relax.
Now look at EBK. EBK is the one in the red, and look at him. He's really aggressive. He's like, bro, I will really get at you. Now he's the pranker. He's a YouTuber, and he's really telling the grocery worker, like, I'll get at you. And the grocery worker's like, you're in here playing on my job, my time. You in here playing. You know what I mean? Like, this may be a day this dude's off chilling in the cut, trying to get his work day going. And here go these two dudes in here playing at 1 o'clock in the morning.
Yo, it's a video.
And look at EBK.
Yo, it's a video.
And look at EBK telling him to back, like he's gonna do something. Check him out.
It's a video.
Look,
it's a video. Oh. Yo, bro. Yo, back up.
Check him out, you guys. Turn up.
Tell him back up. Oh,
shit. Kick the dude.
Yo, what are you?
Kick him. He left and ran off. Look. Punk behavior.
He's wild.
Punk behavior, you guys. So there's one, punk behavior. This is EBK. Just playing way too much, right? So let me show you again. Here's another clip of him in the airport, right? Dude and his girl chilling, right? Somebody else not in the mood to play with him. I'm gonna show you another example of how his behavior escalated.
I'm really on that. You don't know who I am? Google me. I'll beat you up. Let's stop playing with me. What? I'll scrap you right now. What?
Look at this.
Isn't that the same bag you bought last week? How we get up there? We can't find our bags.
Watch EBK escalate immediately in the red. Watch. His ass should have been off the streets a long time ago. He played way too much. And he gets too aggressive way too quick.
Bro, that's his bag, right? He bought, what did my mother bought that same bag, bro? Bro, this not even about no video. Like, what did my mother do? Can we just get our bag? We can't get it. I can just get the. Why you walking away with my bag, bro? Touch my bag. Bro, relax, bro. Relax, bro. He's joking. It's a joke. You're Dean White. Like, I'm really on that. You don't know who I am? Google me. I'll beat you up, bro. Stop playing me. What? I'll scrap you right now. What?
Nah,
How you feeling? What? Nah. Tough, bro. Calm down, bro. Nobody.
Now look, EBK pulled a knife out of his pocket. Look it, but the video blurs it. Look, claims to be a prop, but we don't think so though. Check him out, all aggressive, and he playing with this dude and his girlfriend.
Somebody approach you in the wrong way is a joke. I'll slap your face right now. What? Look, what you want to do? Stop playing with me. I'll cut your face open.
I'm not gonna lie, yo, Nas.
No, I watched you with the camera. Bro, chill out. My shirt. Oh, my shirt.
Yes.
Okay, stop.
So there you have it, you guys. They're playing too much. Way too much. Way too much. Let me show you the next clip. So it escalates all the way to him. Now here we go. This is it. This is his last dance right here. That's it. It's his last damn dance.
Got the plus the hoodie be on even when I'm not strapped. Pull up like you want it, let's get it. You know we don't know how to act.
And shout out to Goddamn
was in my head, so I can't remember a thing after that. That's that beamer with like my.
It's your boy Goddamn TV, man. We back with another video, man. Today we got some news, as you can see right here. Your boy Nas EBK was arrested for basically the New Jersey Jaguar Wright prank and the time when he was in the airport and he pulled up the scap on dude. So they definitely caught up with him with that one. This is the airport one right here. Let me show that to y'all real fast. But more than likely y'all already remember.
My bad. Bro, relax, bro. Relax, bro. He's joking. It's a joke. You're Dean White. Like, I'm really on that. You don't know who I am? Google me. I'll beat you up, bro. Stop playing me. What? I'll scrap you right now. What?
Nah,
How you feeling? What?
Nah.
Tough, bro. Calm down, bro. Nobody approach you in the wrong way is a joke. I'll slap your face right now. What?
Nah, he was wild as
What do? Stop playing with me. I'll cut your face open.
I'm not gonna lie, yo, Nas. Relax.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie, that was crazy, bro. You could have toned it down for that one. That one was faking no way, bro. Now you got yourself locked up.
Oh, y'all for this show from y'all.
All right, you guys. So there you have it. EBK. So EBK also was just recently allegedly charged with a shooting in New York as well, too. And that clip is also hard to find, but he was also charged with an attempted murder. He was charged with a murder charge in New York. So he was just arrested for that. So you just saw him in court, but that was for the prank for the shoplifting. But he was just arrested on an attempted murder charge in New York. in Times Square. So for a Times Square shooting. So now, as you guys see, his behavior has escalated all the way from the pranks of him, you know, threatening to stab somebody, every single prank, to now he's arrested for murder. So look at what has happened. You know what I mean? So there's an example of behavior just escalating all the way through. You know what I mean? Of, oh, I'm a funny YouTuber, to know, yeah, if you don't think it's funny, I'm gonna beat your ass, I'm gonna stab you. And now he's been arrested for the Times Square shooting for murder. Do you know what I mean? All this funny shit on YouTube, and it's not funny anymore. So, you know, I feel like, you know, as content creators, sometimes, you know, we got to take things for what it is and not, you know, think that everything's funny, and watch out how we do things, you know, because sometimes people may not take it as funny. As you see, a lot of these people did not receive him and the guy that he was doing the pranks with as, you know, funny. A lot of them were pissed off. A lot of them didn't want to be bothered. A lot of them felt disrespected because of the way that those two guys came at them. So it was just a lot of aggression. So I think that sometimes we have to watch our approach, and I think it's so important. You know what I'm saying? So we got to be careful in these YouTube streets, man, for sure. But I'm glad that Charleston White's show was canceled in New York, because, you know, he was about to get hurt and get touched. I'm, you know, grateful that, you know, his shit escalated to the point. I'm not happy that he's in jail, you know, for the murder charge. I hope he does see things through. I hope he does learn from it, because he's a young dude. So I'm getting sick of seeing all these young youth getting locked up. These are our future leaders, and they just getting themselves thrown up in jail. You know, the last thing is Goomba, you know, blocks Jaguar Wright. So, you know, allegedly, as we know, this Goomba and Jaguar Wright thing is just getting crazy. It's cycling. You know, we hear Sean Davy Way talking about a little bit that she's got a new man. You know, Goomba doesn't want her. You know, Goomba making this last phone call this past Saturday, and them talking, and then them getting into an argument, going back and forth. You know, allegedly, Goomba has now blocked her online. Allegedly, you know, everything is alleged, you know, because Jaguar is not here to speak for herself. You know, one thing I do want to say about the Jaguar Wright situation is it's a really sad thing to watch this thing go down, because, you know, I was showing my son videos today of Jaguar Wright and the battle between Jaguar Wright and Jill Scott on Night and Day. And I asked my son, he didn't know which one Jaguar Wright was. He didn't know which one Jill Scott was, because he's only 13 years old. So he doesn't know these neo soul singers. And I asked him, I said, which one do you like? Which one is the best? And you know what's funny is he picked Jaguar Wright, and he said, she's the best, Mom. Oh man, she's the best singer ever. I love her. That one right there. Who is that one? And I said, that's Jaguar Wright. And I said, that's the one that I remember. Do you know what I mean? And that's what I want to see her get back to, is singing and gracing, you know, the stage with her presence. You know, that love, you know, that love, that song Cry. Remember that song Cry with her and Jay-Z? Even though she's scared of hell of Jay-Z, she needs to get back to that. You know what I'm saying? But with all the scamming, all the shit that her and Goomba have done, you know, all the bridges that have been burned. You know, my mom always said, when you burn so many damn bridges, you know, you can't come back through them bridges once they're burned. You know, so all the bridges that Jag and Goomba have burned, it's so hard to come back through them burnt bridges. But I do want to see her get on her feet, get this mental health help. I think she needs it. I think she needs to be alone. So if Goomba did block her, that's a good thing for her, because she needs to get better. You know, she needs to get better and get up out of there and get back to her life and get back to whatever her truth is. You know what I mean? As, you know, being a mental health advocate, and also, understanding what the hell this means. You know, I mean, she needs to get back to that. You know, she's ruined a lot of lives, you know, with, you know, a lot of, you know, things that she's done here lately, with her divorce being so messy. And I think that you can always come back from the dead, emotionally, mentally, spiritually, and physically, as long as you ask God for it. And I think that she can come back, you know what I mean? But she needs to come back swinging. And I'm talking about swinging out of every single corner, because Jag has got to come out swinging from every single corner, because she's coming, you know, from a place where spiritually, you know what I mean, God is going to make her fight. And she's got to fight her way through this, because she has really created a mess. You know what I mean? A real big mess. You know what I mean? And this is going to be her cleanup job. Clean up on aisle 9, clean up on aisle 13, clean up on aisle 15, Jag. You got to clean it up. You know what I mean? Goomba, you got to clean it up. You guys got to clean it up separately now. You know, I know how it is to be a married couple and to be so used to doing things together, you know, and now that they're apart, shit, they don't even know how to clean up on aisle 9, 12, and 13. You know, they're used to doing it together, making them messes and then trying to clean them up as they go. So it's very, very hard on both of them, I'm sure. But at the end of the day, all these scams, anything that they did together that was scam malicious, or scam audacious, they got to separate themselves. Ask God, like Goomba said, like whoever, like Goomba said, I'm gonna ask God for forgiveness. I'm gonna move on. I'm gonna repent of my own personal sins, and I'm gonna do my thing. You know what I mean? And I'm gonna do what the Most High wants me to do. I hope that that's your heart, and I hope He keeps that heart. I hope that that is His truth, and I hope that Jaguar gets out, and I hope that that becomes her truth as well. You know what I mean? Because they need that shit in order to grow, in order to get through this shit. As far as Linguini, Leginer, Lewiener, Lapiner, Lakiner, Lafiner, whatever her name is, she need to find herself a home and make it a home, and not with Jag. You know what I'm saying? But hey, I'm not her mother. I'm not here to tell her to go home. Every content creator is telling her ass to go home, and I'm not here for that. You do what the hell you want to do. But if Jag's got a new man, supposedly, like Sean Davy Wade said, and whatever the gossip, whatever the streets are saying, if Jag's got a new man, Legina, where are you gonna fit in at? You can't stay the night with them. You can't keep staying at Jag's mama's house. Well, I mean, maybe you can because you're family now. You know what I mean? But I understand what it is to help survivors and to get people off the streets and to get them safe. There's shelters for that. There's safe houses for that. You know what I mean? You can't help the world, Jag. If you can't help yourself, you can't help Legina if you can't help you. So that's the one thing that Jaguar Wright has to understand. You cannot take on all these lost puppies and all these stray dogs. If you can't help you, you can't help and advocate for them, because you're in a place right now where you can't get out. So Legina's got to get to a place where she's got to get her own help. And it can't be with Jaguar Wright, because Jag needs to get her own help. So Legina gotta get it on up, and she 29, 30, she 30-year-old, she 30, right? Somebody said she 30s almost. So she gonna have to get her 30 ass up out of there. You know what I mean? Legina being almost damn 30, dirty 30, get your dirty 30 ass up out of there, and you go heal somewhere else so Jaguar can get her fucking help. You know what I mean? And that's what it's going to have to be. So, if Goomba blocked Jaguar, that's what he did, because, they got into another one and it's just not working out. That's the business. That's what they need to do. You know what I mean? In order for them to get through it. But thank you guys so much for being with Triggered. Thank you for joining the show. If you have not already, please hit the like button. Please subscribe to the show. Please subscribe to the channel, you guys. Please come and join us. Please leave your comments down below. Please join the show next time. We'll definitely be back with another show with some more info for you. We're going to be dropping every other day, if not every day. So please stay with Triggered. We love you so much. Remember to be kind to one another. Remember that love is always stronger than hate. And we'll see you on the next one. And we are definitely out. So we will see you on the next one. And peace, you guys. We love you. And we are definitely out. We'll see you. We love you. And if someone hasn't told you that we love you, that they love you today, just know that we do. And I mean that. Peace. I'm out.